Welcome back to Kenzo and his mom. Um, so I just bought this drink. I actually bought two of them from the store. I just realized that they don't have the seal that goes all the way up. I prefer those ones over these ones because it lets me know if it's been open. But if it doesn't have that air bubble like thing right there, then it hasn't been open. Or it's safe to say it has been open. But hey, y'all, it is, what's today? Thursday. I think it's September 4th. Monday was the 1st. Tuesday. Okay, today is the 4th. It is 84 degrees here in Arizona. Okay. And I pick up these shifts with my job for the next few days. Today is my first shift. It's only an hour shift. So um, hopefully it goes well. I've never worked with this client before. I'm sorry, y'all. So for the last maybe 3 days, I have had this excruciating migraine. And even though it's been excruciating, I've been like kind of been able to deal with it. Like I told y'all the other day when I went to the mom's meeting, like that I had a headache that day and I tried to sleep it off. However, all the sleep in the world ain't took this headache away. You hear me? So I just finally went and got some migraine medicine. It's Kroger brand. However, um, I got the Kroger brand because I feel like generic stuff work just as well as the name brand stuff, right? Sometimes, sometimes, and sometimes you get what you get. You get what you get, and don't throw a fit, right? So let's hope it worked because as I was driving over to my client house this morning, I felt like um, my left eye started to water because of the pressure from like, so I don't know, y'all. Pray for me. Pray for me. However, hi, whoever that is, I can't see. Y'all see I got a pimple? Like, why I got a pimple? I'm 40 years old. I should be past puberty. I play too much. Don't mind me. I just play too much. But no. I put the because the way that we schedule. Hi everyone. So the way that we're scheduled for these shifts with my job is that through an app. I've worked with an app similar to this when I did home health care in Indiana. However, yeah. So that's how you clock in. That's how you clock out. That's how you read their care plans. That's how you see what you're going to be, what the activities of the day is going to be. And so, y'all, I put the GPS in after I dropped Kenzo off at school. And most shifts that I pick up, excuse me, because Kenzo go to school from 8, he goes to school from 8 to 2. And with the latest I can pick him up is 2:30, right? I do my very best, and since he's been in school, I haven't picked him up no later than maybe 2:20 or something like that. And that's because I was pushing it, like really knew that, I got till 2:30, so I was dragging my feet. However, I try to come get my baby like at 2 o'clock. So when I pick up these shifts with my job, I only cover shifts that's like after school, which I haven't worked any after school hours yet because um, it's for a couple different reasons. However, my shifts normally are just like 4 or 5 hours, like 9 to 1 or something like that, because sometimes, depending on where these clients live, I've driven to a client's house who was like 40 minutes away from Kenzo school, right? So I'll sometimes put Kenzo's I'll base the clients, I would base that, pick up. Let me rewind this, okay? Let's breathe. Okay, breathe. I would base, um, I would choose my clients based off of how near or far they are from Kenzo school, if it's a holiday, right? Because that's where I'm coming from, that's where I'm going after the job is over. Um, so one client that I had, their home was like 40 minutes away from Kenzo school, and I was like, I didn't realize that at first, right? So I was like, okay, and I worked their house maybe 2 days, I think. So I was like, you know what? Um, I got to be mindful of that, right? Because if I don't want to drive 40 minutes, then I got to let them know that. And so the first time I did it was cool. But then I started to think about how they don't reimburse you for mileage or gas when you're going to your clients' homes. They only reimburse you for your gas or your mileage if you're transporting them somewhere, right? So it's like, no, I'm not a nurse. And why you want to know if I'm single? But no, I'm not a nurse. I just do home health care, which with home health care, you don't necessarily need a certification or a license or anything. In some cases, you just need to have experience, and I have experience. But no, I'm not. I'm not a nurse. I just do in home care, and with that, I don't do any medical care. If they need assistance, like with wound care, I can do certain things, but I can't like I'm not equipped to do, or I don't get paid either to do anything other than assist you. So assisting could be if you need cream applied, I could either apply the cream for you or hand it to you and you apply it for yourself. Nope, not a CNA either. Um, because CNA is a certified nurse's assistant. So they have to have a certification for that. You have to take training for that. For this, what I'm doing is I'm just doing like assistant living, so to speak. So I'm going into people's homes and I'm helping them. Maybe if they have issues with, maybe they in hospice and they just need a companion. Maybe they have Alzheimer's or dementia, and they just need somebody to assist them, to help them do memory care or just keep them company. In hospice, with hospice, that's like a near death thing. So it's like if you're in hospice 9 times out of 10, you on your way out of here, right? And I don't mean to say it like that. I just mean you're close to passing away or transitioning. So with that, um, my job, if I go into a home and providing care for someone that's in hospice, my job is to really just make them feel as comfortable as possible during their transition. So I'm not necessarily there to do anything else. And me making them feel comfortable could just be me cleaning them up if they need to be cleaned up, showering, feeding them, um, just keeping them company, right? Making sure they're comfortable. So, um, yeah, so I'm not doing anything strenuous. I might have to do some Hoyer lifting or some assistance with um, ambulance or whatever, like ambulance. What is it called? It's like where they made us need assistance getting up out of a chair. You know what I'm saying? So um, I'm here to assist them getting up out the chair because they might be at a fall risk or something, right? So one client of mine, she don't want like I do like housekeeping. I might I might cook them breakfast or lunch, prepare their meals. Um, one client of mine, she just wants me to come over and just talk to her. but I don't feel comfortable knowing that your house need cleaned. And that's part of the reason they paying me, right? So I want to at least clean the bathroom. If you don't want me to do nothing else, I got to at least clean the restroom that I'm going to use, right? Because I don't know if it was clean before I came. So I can't just assume, but it has, I have to at least clean the restroom that I'm going to use. So if I don't do anything else, I might tidy up the kitchen and the restroom I'm going to use, and then I'll sit and talk to her. Shoot, one day we spent the whole visit, she did not want me to clean up. I tidied up their bathroom, the I tidied up the guest bathroom, and then I also tidied up a little bit in the kitchen. And she's like, no, just have a seat. I'm like, just let me do this, because we had to wait for her husband and our son to come back from the bank anyway, because she just wanted to go to the grocery store. So I'm like, okay, let me do this a little bit, because I don't want to just be sitting here doing nothing. Then she had put on makeup and stuff. The first day I worked with her, she was feeling kind of down. She had on her pajamas. She just like talking bad, like, oh, I look a mess. And I'm like, you look fine. You look perfectly fine, right? So the next day I came, she was like, dressed. You know, she had got to put her on some clothes and did her makeup, except her hair wasn't done. And she's a Caucasian lady, and her hair was fine, but I knew that she had that makeup on. She was looking nice, and we about to go out to the grocery store. So, I mean, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, right? I'm already here. If you don't want me to do nothing else, let me at least do your hair. So I cleaned both of the restrooms. I cleaned the kitchen, and then I was like, "Can I do your hair?" And she was like, "Sure." Y'all, when I got done with her hair, she looked like she had just walked out of the hair salon. In which she was so confident. She had so much confidence after that, and she was just so pretty, y'all. Like, and I just love that. Like, I love that I was able to do that for her. So that's not necessarily in my job title, to do hair and paint nails and things like that, but I can do it. But I can assist them if that's what they want me to do. I can do that for them. That's not a problem. And so, again, I'm here to make you happy. I'm here to make you comfortable. Now, with some things I can't do, but I mean, so that day we went to the grocery store, and after, now mind you, I cleaned up both of the restrooms and the kitchen. That was all I did around the house. And then we went and we spent the rest of our time at the grocery store. Literally, by the time we came back, my shift was over, and we was over 15 minutes. And excuse me, but I enjoyed doing that with her and helping her out at the grocery store. And it was funny because she grocery shop like I grocery shop, but she an older lady. She was like, I think they're in their 80s, or I think they're in their 80s. And she grocery shop the way I grocery shop, with a grocery list. You know, she said her husband and her son don't know how to grocery shop properly. And I'm like, right, because I have boys too, right? So I'm just like, right. So you have to teach them how you like it done. And they don't really, sometimes they'll go to the store and buy all snacks. And it's just like, so what we going to eat for dinner? I don't want no burrito. I don't want a hot pocket. I don't want no piece of rolls. I want a full meal. I want something that's going to suffice. Something going to hold me over, right? Keep me full, right? Anyway, so she was like, they don't know how to grocery shop, right? So she grocery shop with a grocery list the same way do I do. Hi, I don't understand, but yeah. So um, it's nice. It's nice to be the companion for people who is older, and it's good to sit at the feet of people, the older people, you know, for wisdom purposes. You can never go wrong with that. You can never get too much wisdom, right? And so yeah, I enjoy working with these. Oh, let me tell y'all. So my shift, right? I'm on my way over here. I put the app on, and I'm doing the GPS to their house and everything. And I get over here near their home, and I realize, oh my goodness, I didn't bring me anything to drink. Um, Even though I'm only going to be here for an hour, it's hot in Arizona, right? You need to stay hydrated. So I'm like, dang, I didn't bring me anything to drink or anything. And y'all, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna make a detour. At the time, I still had probably 20 minutes to get to their home. And so I'm like, okay, let me stop at this store. So I stopped at a Fry's, aka Kroger's, right? So I stopped at the store and I still got 20 minutes, y'all. By the time I get out this store, I have like 2 minutes left. No, I'm just playing. I had like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I had like 7 minutes left. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was just like, I don't have I got just enough time to pull up over there. I don't wear my work shoes around anywhere else. I keep them in the car, and I'll wear like my Crocs or my flops, and then I'll change my shoes and stuff in the car. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I got just enough time to clock in, change my shoes and stuff, and then get there, get in the house, right? Y'all, how come I get over here and having a hard time finding their house. I'm like, I'm about to be late because it's like a complex, and so on one side it's like a nursing facility, and then on the other side there's villas, like there's individual homes or townhomes or whatnot. And some of the clients live in the nursing home or the assisted living home, and some live in the individual villas. So I had never been out here before, so I had never seen, like, knew the difference one until I pulled up out here. So I pull up out here and I'm driving around like I'm about to be late. Like, so I drive around. Y'all, why I look at the app and the app say I'm trying to clock in. It says you can't clock in until 9:53. I'm thinking it was like 8:53. I'm like 9:53. I look at the thing. How come my shift don't start until 10 o'clock? So I was here a whole hour early. And I knew yesterday when I accepted the shift that I was going to have to find something to do in between the time I drop Kenzo off and the time my shift actually start. Except this morning, I got a little threw off because my 12th grader, my teenager, he misses the bus. So now I have to drop him off as well. So that was a detour. um, we had some back and forth because these teenagers kids think they know everything and they know nothing at all. Nothing. Okay? So, anyway, that threw me off a little bit. So, once I dropped Kenzo off, I'm like, oh, I gotta go. And then I get over here, and now I'm sitting here waiting for my shift to start because I'm already over here now. And this is 22, roughly 22 minutes away from Kenzo school, but about maybe probably about 30 to maybe about 40 minutes away from my home. But I'm not about to go back home. I'm not about to go waste time doing anything else, waste gas doing anything else. I'm here now. So I'm gonna sit here and talk to y'all. As long as y'all okay with that, y'all okay? Can y'all talk back to me? Look, this parking spot said reserve 33. It was 3 people watching and 3 likes. Something about the numbers, right? However, if y'all gonna communicate with me, y'all tap in. Like, let's talk. What y'all doing this morning? Where y'all tuning in from? Speaking English, y'all. Speaking English, okay? Don't be rude. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be acting crazy, y'all. We just cool, right? We cool. We ain't gotta do all that drama stuff, like that dramatic stuff. Mm-mm. I don't want to do that kind of stuff, right? Hold on, y'all, cause I'm so sick and tired of. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. My apologies. I'm back, you guys. So, yeah, that was my bank, my credit union, rather. It was a fraud alert, which I'm glad that it's sensitive like that, but I hate that it's sensitive like that because it contacts me every 5 seconds, and I'm just like, please stop because I'm not the only person with accounts. I have three other people on my accounts with me. So it's like not it's like how can I explain this? All three of those people were minors. Like my oldest two children and then my nephew. They were all minors when I first established their accounts, when I helped them get their accounts open. So now whenever they have any activity on their accounts, it send alerts and stuff to my phone as well. And it can be a little frustrating because if I'm asleep and I get an alert, I can't respond. And if I don't respond in enough time, then they'll block our debit cards. And it's just like, I was asleep. I didn't know what you called. Excuse me. But anyhow, y'all, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting out here in a car waiting for my shift to start. Um, which I'll be able to clock in about 20, 30 minutes. So, yeah, I'm about to put my socks and my shoes on in a minute. Not immediately because it's hot. And I want to put these shoes and socks on no sooner than I have to, okay? But anyway, yeah, I'm about to get off of here and just relax a minute until it's time for my shift. It was good talking to y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I'll be back. I don't know when, but I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.